Alright folks, how you doing? It's Hiker Guy Ty here once again, coming at you now to show you the contents of my pack. Right now my pack is weighing in at like 20 pounds. That's including food and water, which is full, pretty much. There you go. So, bear with me, we'll jump right into it and show you what I'll be carrying. Hang tight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here laid out before you is my the total contents of my backpack. On the left over here you will see there's my consumables. On the right over here you will see everything else. Alright, so jumping right into it. The most important thing that I think everybody would like to see, which is also the most weight saving category in your backpack, which would be your big three. Me personally, my big three consist of the Z-Packs 20 degree sleeping bag. It's a very good sleeping bag. It's very warm. Over here we have the Z-Packs Hexamid Solo Plus tarp. Yes, the tarp, being that it doesn't have the floor or the mesh. It's a floorless shelter. To go along with that is here, to the right of that, which would be my polycro ground sheet cut. It's for the size of a single person. Right below the Hexamid here, you'll see 10 stakes. Those are 10 titanium shepherd hood stakes. And in the middle, you will see my backpack. My backpack that I have currently is the Mountain Laurel Designs Burn. It is a 38 liter pack. That is including all external pockets and everything else. Not including the top lid, which I have on it at the moment, as well as the hip belt pockets, which all three of those are not being used at the moment. There is one caveat to this setup I have here, which would consist of the backpack. I am currently awaiting a Cuban fiber pack from Palante Packs, which is a Cuban simple pack. I believe that backpack will be better suited to my needs, and it is a lot lighter than this pack you see before you. However, for the sake of brevity and getting up this video before I leave in approximately a week from Friday, I figured I'd go ahead and throw this up for y'all to critique me and see if there's anything I need to change, add, take away, as well as a point of reference for you guys and gals for what you might want to take on the trail. So bear with me and we'll dig into the rest of the contents. So, alright, jumping right into the pack and its contents. Bear with me, I'll jump in the frame here. I doubt you'll be able to see me personally. Hello. Alright, so, what do I have here before you? Starting out with my insulative layers, base layers and things of that such. Right here we have the Patagonia Nano Puff coat. It's a great coat, it's very warm. I'm going to be taking this as I go starting out. I don't know if I will ditch this later, being that I'm also carrying in my worn clothing, which I'll be wearing a good amount of time, is the Melanzana fleece hoodie. It's a great hoodie. It's actually one of my favorite pieces of gear. Moving down, here's my base layer. Stuff that I'll be changing into at camp when it's cool or if I've gotten wet throughout the day. These are the Montbell, I believe they're called the Zeo line tights. Currently, as a placeholder, I am waiting the top to these base layer, the same kind. I am awaiting the top, so I have this polyester top from a military issue surplus at the moment while I wait on those things. Over here I have the Ex Officio boxer briefs. These are the 6-inch briefs. I'll be hiking in the 9-inch briefs. And that's about that. I have here a bandana, which has a multitude of uses, as you all probably know. Being that I'm starting a little soon, not as soon as a bunch of people, but as I've heard, it is pretty chilly in Georgia at the moment. With 2 weeks ago they had snowfall, unexpectedly I assume, and it caught some people off guard. But I am going to be taking a pair of gloves, a beanie. Gloves and beanie, those are both be switching out also. I'm still awaiting a Z-Pack beanie as well as their possum down gloves. Both of those items together will save me about 2 ounces off of this setup, as well as the top. It'll save me another 2 ounces. So my weight will be down a little bit more. However, it's alright. This is all still good items and will work fine if you're on a budget or just aren't nerding out as on the gear as much as I am. But I enjoy this stuff. It's very fun to me, and that's enough about that. Here I have my rain gear. They are both the Outdoor Research Helium 2, the jacket, as well as the pants. I'm going to carry the pants to start out with, and just like the puffy coat, if whenever it gets warm and I feel that the need is not too great for these 2 items, I will be sending them home or bounce boxing them further down the trail when I get further north, which would save me another 15 ounces, which is awesome. Here I have the Darn Tough quarter cushion merino socks. These are awesome socks. I've hiked probably about 50 miles in a pair already and 0 blisters. Here I have a small penknife. It's got tweezers and a toothpick, but that's that. I have I believe it's made by Bright Medic, right there, you might be able to see it. Headlamp. It is great. It has a red light, a white light, a low, and a flash. Okay. Beside that, this is a kind of an item that I don't necessarily need, as some of the things you may see. But this is a small MSR keychain light, high, low, and a flash as well. The theory behind this is if I have to set my pack down at night or I leave my tent to go use the restroom or something like that, I will turn this light on the strobe and will be able to find my way back to my tent. Here, this will be my main form of navigation rather. This is my iPhone 6 in an Anchor battery case. It charges my phone 130% extra charge. It's great. And up next I have some small bags. This bag is kind of got consumables in it, but it's still added in my base weight. I have a waterproof bag to throw all the contents of my pack in when it's raining. So I had an extra layer of security for waterproof and keep my gear nice and dry, especially my down sleeping bag, which would be useless if it got soaked. Here is just a cheap old, I believe it's made out like black sand or something like that. It's a plastic spoon. I do have a titanium spork, however it's not really needed, and I'm afraid it'll poke a hole in my pack because of their sharp teeth. So, I'm going with old trusty plastic spoon. They're only $1, so if you break it, it's not a big deal. But that's enough about that. These 2 bags, I will go in very quick succession. Slide all this stuff out of the way. Right here, as I said once more, this is more like a consumables bag, but it's still added in my base weight. My base weight without food and water is approximately 7 pounds. I have some medication, which I will not show you guys because it has my information on there. Yeah. Small, little bit of TP, ever important. I have some ibuprofen. I don't really know if I'll use this too much, but I do have back pain. So I think I have pinched nerves in my back or something of that nature. But anyway, that's that. Basically, I won't use it unless I'm in excruciating pain. Because if you take some kind of painkiller such as this, it deadens your senses, so to speak. And personally, I feel that we should all listen to our bodies rather than mask the pain. The pain is there to tell us that something's wrong. So we should do something about that rather than just cover it up and push on. But sometimes it's necessary. Here we go. We have a toothpaste. I have a little bit of hand sanitizer and a spare lighter. That's all in this sack. And now for this pack is my electronics, gadgets, non-consumable items. This would be Z-Packs. When I ordered this, they didn't give me a selection of a color. So, funny thing is, they sent me a pink one, or purple, whichever you see here. I believe it's pink, but I'm kind of colorblind, so there's my excuse. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, I'm going to move on really fast here. I have some athletic tape for blisters and anything else that needs to be taped up. I have a pen for logbooks, a little toothbrush, which can go along with my toothpaste, of course, because you need to brush your teeth. Not pictured in here, I will be carrying a small flosser. If you bear with me, I should find that. I do not have it at the moment. But that's no big deal. It'll be coming in there. Here I have my iPod, I believe. I don't know what. Not a shuffle. Anyway, iPod. It's subject to change. That way I can use a different one that uses SD cards to listen to audiobooks, because it does get bored and there's only so much talking to yourself you can do. Here's the brand new lighter. I'm actually going stoveless, so 2 lighters is kind of redundant. However, I do enjoy a nice campfire in the evening. Or if somebody needs a lighter, I'd be glad to help them out and give them one of mine. I have earplugs for those noisy hikers that like to sleep with snoring. And I'm kind of a light sleeper until I get, well, it's hard for me to go to sleep. Once I go to sleep, it's game over. Here's a charger for the iPod, and as well as a charger for my cellular device, navigation device, everything as I mentioned before. I have a spare set of batteries for my headlamp, and some repair tape for my tent. This repair tape will also be used to repair my sleeping bag if it gets a small puncture, as well as my backpack and ground sheet, so it's multifunctional. And if I need a band-aid, you know, even though this is Cuban fiber tape, it will still stick relatively well. And all else fails, this is first aid as well. I've used a bandana on many occasions to stop bleeding, especially when I sliced my finger open one day and needed 6 stitches. But bandana stopped the bleeding, got me to the hospital one time. And as you see here, some small, cheap headphones to use with iPod, as well as if you get some that have a speaker or microphone in it, rather, you can talk with your cell phone and leave no trace listening. That way you hike your own hike, do not interfere with anyone else's hike, and everyone's happy. Well, that's about all the contents in my pack. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this setup I have here. If there's anything I should take away, add, anything that you could comment would be greatly appreciated. I would like to lessen my pack weight just a little bit more, but as I said, I like nerding out on the specs. It's kind of fun. But as of now, this is what I'll start with. And well, the items that I've mentioned that'll be on their way. Stay tuned, more videos to come, and thanks. Hiker Ty saying peace.